Even though every person is different and everyone has different qualities and personalities, some people always manage to stand out from the crowd. It can be quite difficult to describe what makes certain man high value, but he is likely a particularly unique person who doesn't seem to fit into any group or pattern. He is just different than most men in many ways. He is a man pursuing his passion. He is really confident, emotionally intelligent, talented and smart. When it comes to high-value men, there are a few things that they would never do. Pay close attention until the end of this video to discover 6 things high-value men never do. They are not trying to fit in. High-value men never look for acceptance or approval because they know exactly what's right for them. A high-value man will always act according to his beliefs and values, and he will not need to prove himself to anyone. He knows how to behave in every scenario, and he doesn't think or care about other people's expectations. He does what he thinks is right, and not because he is seeking attention or recognition. To him, life is not a contest, and the only person he is competing with is himself. While low-value men frequently need recognition and appreciation to feel good about themselves, a high-value man is pleased with doing good purely because he knows that it is the right thing. He is aware that actions speak louder than words, and he doesn't feel the need to impress anyone but himself. When low-value men consider doing something new, they quite often start seeking approval from others without trusting themselves and the process. They don't understand that if they always listen to others when it comes to their ambitions and goals, they will never succeed. They never compare. When it comes to achievements and success, most people tend to compare themselves to others. The thing is, it's so easy to focus on what you lack rather than being grateful for what you already have. This constant comparing leads to negative feelings like jealousy, envy, and resentment. This mindset can be really toxic when it comes to self-improvement because we consider other people's success as something bad rather than something to be happy about and get inspiration from. Comparing yourself to others is an endless loop because no matter what you achieve or how successful you become, there will always be someone who achieved more than you. When you compare yourself to others, you're only exposing yourself to unhappiness since you're thinking, how come this person has it and not me? Instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on improving and eliminating or minimizing the obstacles and limitations. The thing is, high-value men only compare themselves to one person. And guess what? It's them. They don't pretend to be perfect. High-value men are aware that they don't have to know everything, and that it's fine to make mistakes from time to time. When a person pretends to be perfect and tries to act like they know everything, it usually has the opposite effect than what they expect. I'm sure you know a person like this, someone who is trying to act like they know everything. They make bold claims and try to appear clever, but in reality, they are far from that. High-value men are aware that there are certain things they don't know and are not afraid to admit it. They know it's foolish to claim otherwise. This puts them in an advantageous position since they are not hesitant to ask for help and guidance. People pretend to understand things because they are embarrassed to confess they don't. Yet, this simply keeps them clueless and uneducated. There is no shame in acknowledging that you need guidance. There's nothing weak about it. It's actually powerful. People are drawn to these men's authenticity and open-mindedness and are more likely to want to be around them because they don't try to impress others with their fake expertise. Instead, they are sincere and hungry for knowledge and are more interested in learning rather than impressing people. They are not looking for excuses. The moment you start complaining, you inevitably make yourself a victim. A high-value man is a man of action and not a complainer. He never justifies his actions or places the responsibility for his problems on others. He is aware that if he wants things done, he must take action because procrastinating and complaining will never improve the situation. A great guy of high value constantly makes sure he never puts himself in a position where he has to make excuses. Not being able to managing your choices and working hard to achieve your goals is a sign of weakness. It demonstrates that you choose the easy way and look for excuses, and you basically have no persistence. Women never want to be with a man who is constantly looking for excuses, and in general, nobody likes to be around someone who is always negative and focuses on coming up with excuses. It is one of the most unattractive traits in a person, and it is truly demotivating. They are not people pleasers. You can't please everyone, and if you try, you will only be disappointed and frustrated to find out that it's impossible. High-value men don't care about pleasing anyone except themselves. This might sound selfish, but the truth is that they recognize that it is impossible and even pointless to please everyone. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't make high-value men rude or arrogant. Rather, they simply don't waste their time trying to please people. Instead, they focus on themselves. They don't care whether other people like them or agree with them. They aren't afraid to speak their minds, which allows them to be completely genuine and honest with people. High-value men are aware that the road to success is not through pleasing everyone. They focus on their own goals and aspirations, and they don't expect anyone to understand why they do it. They don't bring people down. Bringing people down and being arrogant not only makes you appear like a terrible person, but it also makes you feel awful. There is a big difference between being confident and being arrogant. Being confident is based on your qualities and achievements, whereas being arrogant is based on the delusion that you are better than everyone else. A real high-value man has a healthy amount of confidence, but he never talks down to others. Arrogant people demonstrate a form of low self-esteem. It's a way of covering up their own insecurities by putting other people down. A high-value man will treat everyone with respect. It doesn't matter who they are or where they come from. People tend to misinterpret a high-value man's confidence with arrogance, yet they couldn't be more wrong. A high-value man is self-assured because he recognizes his own value, but that doesn't make him rude or arrogant. The big difference is that he doesn't feel the need to criticize others in order to feel better. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.